So, Gail, tell me how the Harmonic Egg is helping people who suffer from stress and anxiety, and how they're learning how to de-stress their body in the Harmonic Egg. Is it as simple as just making sure you show up and trust the process and sit in there with the intention to surrender and let go?
So, you have to make a choice to not be stressed out as well. So, yes, the egg does work on the autonomic nervous system, which is your fight and flight and your rest and digest. And we're doing heart rate variability studies in one of the centers, the Sedona centers, working on, doing a write up about it. But what she's finding is every time you're in the egg, it's improving your autonomic nervous system, getting you out of that fight or flight, getting you into that rest and digest, that balance that you need to have that sense of peace and homeostasis and balance in your body. So I'm finding that stress is the number one killer. And I think they say 90% of all doctor visits, you can relate that back to a stress related event. So I find that the egg is bringing that peace and that calm. Also, when you're stressed out, no matter how much you try to eat healthy and eat alkaline foods and keep your body from, being acidic, the stress is converting those alkaline foods, all that brilliant food that you're eating is converting it back into acidic. So, they say that people with cancer, the acidity is, 3.5, 4.5 pH in the body. And that's the people that have cancer. So, is stress, is cancer caused by stress? We can maybe say yes. So I feel like the egg is really helping you bring yourself back into that balance, de-stressing. I used to be so stressed out all the time, worry, worry, worry. And now I feel like after doing so many sessions, the body will hold that balance and keep you in check when there's a stressful situation. So yes, I really love the egg for stress-related illnesses and different diseases.
I think as a life coach, one of the things I struggle with is helping some of my clients who have been ignoring the signs and symptoms of being stressed out, that it's at a chronic stage. So we're talking about 15, 25, 30 years of being so stressed out that I can't even really work with them. I can't get them back to zero or back to neutral to be able to hear some of the distinctions I'm trying to teach them. And it just seems like they're so thick in it that I've always wondered there has to be something to be able to help them uh, dial it back a little bit so that I'm able to start working with them at ground zero. Because some people I can't even really get to ground zero because they've been hardwired and they've been stuck in that fight or flight for so long. And the crazy thing about it is that they're unaware that they're stuck in it.
Yeah, a lot of people are. They think, I remember the first time I realized I had a parasympathetic nervous system, which is where you're supposed to be. The fight or flight or the sympathetic nervous system is when the saber-toothed tiger or the bear is chasing you and you'll be dead in 5 minutes. And if you're not, then you go back into the parasympathetic. But we're living in this world where we're stressed out all the time. It's, now the COVID, the virus, where we have, financial issues, people's jobs, their kids. We're always in that the saber-toothed tiger is going to kill us mode. So you do have to dial it back. And I was remembering, I think it was probably age 37 or 38 before I felt like I was getting out of that fight or flight. So you're right. People have been in it for 30 years and they think that's normal. And so I can tell you another story too, but I remember I was speeding down the road and I saw a cop and I felt this warm sensation come all the way up into my neck. And I'm like, what is this? And I passed the cop, he didn't pull me over and I felt it go back down. And I was like, oh my gosh, I just went into fight or flight. And my whole life I've been stuck in fight or flight. And I do have clients that come in and will use a lot of piano music and very gentle, calming music. And they will tell me after 5, 6 sessions, they didn't know that they could be this calm. They didn't know that their life could be like this. It's crazy, great stuff.
So it is possible through a specific amount of sessions, and no one knows how many because everyone has a different level of condition, right? But it is possible to dial it back to where you unstick that broken switch, where once you flip it up, it stays up, right?